Shalom, shalom, shalom. This is just going to be a quick lesson. Um, man, just keeping that eye on Esau, Edom, and the things that these devils are doing. And it's going to get crazy. It's really going to get crazy. So I'm going to show a couple of videos, and I may just let the second one just run with the captions. But as always, before I begin, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Rahakdash, and double honors to my apostles, elders, and bishops, men of great millstone. Peace and blessings to the house of David, to the 144,000, and to the men, women, and children scattered throughout the four corners of the earth of the hopeful elect. To you I say shalom. Um, as I'm going to run through a couple of things, and we're going to begin, as always, in Proverbs 9 and 9, and it reads, "Give instruction to a wise man, and he will be yet wiser. Teach a just man, and he will increase in learning. This is made possible through the fear of Yahweh, Bahasham Yahweh Shai, is the beginning of wisdom, and the knowledge of the holy is understanding." And with that being said, I'm going to go up here real quick. This is what's called a PSYOP, or psychological operation, and it is defined as planned political, economical, military, and ideological activities directed towards foreign countries, organizations, and individuals to influence their emotions, attitudes, beliefs, and behaviors in favor of achieving specific objectives. It is often described as a military operation aimed at influencing the enemy's state of mind through non combative means, such as the distribution of leaflets. Overall, PSYOPs are strategic communication techniques employed to shape perception and behaviors of targeted audiences. And I'm going to grab one more here, and this is mind manipulation, refers to psychological tactics used to influence or control another person's thoughts, emotions, and behaviors, often for personal gain. You have to know the time that you're living in, and you have to understand the things that are happening right now. So let's take you back.
New York have been hit by airplanes. In Washington, there's a large fire at the Pentagon. The Pentagon has been evacuated. And there you can see perhaps the second tower, the front tower, the top portion of which is collapsing.
Because everybody, once you have seen building 7, there is no way back. You can cheat on yourself, and you can try to suppress it, but you cannot. You have seen it, and then there's no way back. It's not very healthy, to lie to yourself and say, no, I didn't see that. Yeah. But many people do, because it's simply too painful.
Now, more on the latest building collapse in New York. You might have heard a few moments ago I was talking about the Salomon Brothers building collapsing, and indeed it has. It seems that this was not a result of a new attack. It was because the building had been weakened. during this morning's attacks. We'll probably find out more now about that from our correspondent, Jane Stanley. Jane, what more can you tell us about the Salomon Brothers building and its collapse?
Well, only really what you already know. Details are very, very sketchy. As you can see behind me, the Trade Center appears to be still burning. We see these huge clouds of smoke and ash, and we know that behind that there's an empty piece of what was a very familiar New York skyline, a symbol of the financial prosperity of this city, but completely disappeared now, and New York is still unable to take on board what has happened to them today.
Presumably there were very few people in the Salomon building when it collapsed. I mean, there were, I suppose, fears of possible further collapses around the area.
That's what you would hope, because they don't really know where to turn. And that's the very sad thing. I think there's going to be a lot of very, very traumatized people that has hit them very, very hard.
Jane, I think many of us, when we heard the news, perhaps on the radio earlier today, were completely flabbergasted by it and just couldn't comprehend it. I mean, it almost sounded too far-fetched. I was wondering what it's felt like for you being in Manhattan. Well, unfortunately, I think we've lost the line with Jane Stanley in Manhattan. Now, here we're going to show you a videotape of the collapse itself. Describe that. Now we go to videotape, the collapse of the street. Amazing, incredible picture were. Too far-fetched. For the third time today, it's reminiscent of those pictures we've all seen too much on television before.
You know, so, I mean, you know, you tell me. This is 2 Corinthians 2:11, and it reads, lest Satan should get an advantage of us, for we are not ignorant of his devices. What are some of his devices? Psyops, mind manipulation, reporting on things that didn't happen yet because they're in the know. You know? And when we understand Satan, Satan is, you know, hey, man, I saw Satan fall like lightning. It's the deceiver. And we know this, you know, hey, we understand this is Esau Edom, you know? And if you're not paying attention, if you're not up on it yet, I mean, it's just one of those things where you're pretty much not going to be up on it, you know, because, man, we are watching him repeat the same thing again. See, Esau Edom really thinks that, you know, the American people are just dumb and gullible and naive and ignorant and so proud that they can't see the forest for the trees. See, you know, they understand this about the American people. You know what I mean? Give them a good slogan and they'll run with it. Never mind the facts, never mind the reality. So, hey, here we go again. Pay attention. And, you know what I mean? This lesson is inspired by a brother here that I watched this video and I just, you know, the spirit, I had to play it, you know, and share it because here we go again. Pay attention.
Class is in session. I don't know why you want to believe this is real, but here we go. So the guy's going to get up. He like opens it, looks like a nail file, but right? Yes, he makes it look a little physical, throws the hat off. Now all the stabbing or whatever was up here, right? So I don't see one drop of blood, nothing. I see some blood on from probably a.
And I mean, pay attention to that. If you get stabbed all up in the neck, it's gonna be, and you throw your hands up there, just, and I'm not even gonna break into it again. I'm gonna play it. I'm gonna back it up so we can watch it again. You know what I mean? Either you paying attention, either you're alert, either your mind is functioning, or well, the opposite.
Buddy, class is in session. I don't know why you want to believe this is real, but here we go. So the guy's gonna get up. He like opens it, looks like a nail file, but right, yes, he makes it look a little physical. Throws the hat off. Now all the stabbing or whatever was up here, right? So I don't see one drop of blood. Nothing. I see some blood on from probably a packet he opened up. But look, when she gets up, there should be blood all here on the seat, but no, right there where she was sitting. Did he stab her down there? Was it that time of the month? It makes no sense. And look, she's strong enough to have her hand up here, which is amazing. Look, she's gripping onto the thing. Okay, so let's go to part 2. Let's open this up. Now watch how fake this is. Watch. She's falling down. She's falling. There's that blood again, right? Now look, her hand is still up there. Now she's going to reach for something here. Look, she's reaching for something. Look. And then her hand, and then she squirts whatever the fuck that was. Blood doesn't work that way, right? Why did it stop squirting? Because it was in a packet. Guys, this is so fucking easy. Up. Now watch how fake this is. Watch. She's falling down. She's falling. There's that blood again, right? Now look, her hand is still up there. Now she's going to reach for something here. Look, she's reaching for something. Look. And then her hand, and then she squirts whatever the fuck that was. Blood doesn't work that way, right? Why did it stop squirting? Because it was in a packet. Guys, this is so fucking easy. And then the guy comes here with a cowboy hat on. I hope I didn't miss him already. There it is. Pentagram. There's your pentagram. Devil worship. Where? What happened to all that? Look, the blood exploded out and it just stood there still. Where's all the blood? How did she have the power to reach for whatever that was up there? I wish I could go back. I can't go back, but you'll see it. Okay? Guys, for those of you that want to believe it, Benny Oldis, for those...
So, hey, pay attention, man. Pay attention, pay attention, pay attention. Keep your head on the swivel. Pay attention. You know what I mean? Pay attention. Not everything is what it seems. You know what I mean? And these things are going to accelerate because the devil has an agenda. So the psyops are going to increase. You know, this is Revelations 12:12, and it reads, "Therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath, because he knoweth that he hath but a short time." So, hey, this devil is fully aware that his time now is limited. As the beloved elder apostle Tahar, hey, months, you know. And yes, no man knows the day nor the hour, but hey, what did the Lord say? Hey, when you see part of the signs come to pass. So, hey, everybody, man, keep your head on the swivel, stay prayed up, keep the faith in Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, and hey, what is the conclusion? Let us hear the conclusion of the whole matter. Fear the Most High. Now is the time to fear Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai. Fear Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai. Fear Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai. And keep his commandments. For this is the whole duty of man. Because, hey, for the Most High shall bring every work into judgment with every secret thing, whether it be good or whether it be evil. So with that, you know, hey, keep your head on a swivel. Pay attention, pay attention, pay attention. Look and watch the details. So with that, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory once again to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, and double honors to my apostles, elders, and bishops, men of great millstone. Peace and salutations to the house of David, to the 144,000, and to the men, women, and children scattered throughout the four corners of the earth of the hopeful elect. To you, I say shalom.